Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are discussing the chapter 8, the stages of an audit after appointment. The chapter name, the word using after appointment, mean to say that when you are cleared, when you are declared your stage 1 for an audit planning. Stage 1 was the audit acceptance. Once you accept audit after the following procedure of audit acceptance, and will you go for the second stage or the third, then fourth, then five, and up to all of the stages of an audit. Okay, let's a little review about our acceptance procedure of an audit. We studied ensure professionally qualified to act legal and ethical manners. Acceptance procedure, accept an audit, being an audit team or being an audit officer, being an audit firm, you have to ensure professionally qualification. Do you have it, you or not? Do you have the lessons for an audit or not? And ethically, you are having the such expertise for an audit or not? Say adequate resources, staff, and time. You have the team for an audit. You have the time for an audit. It may be you will an audit for a company and you haven't resources to complete it on the time. So this is causing problem the reputation for a client as well. The fee, the said fee with you, the said fee with the client is have to mention reasonable fees over there for an audit. Investigate directors. Being an auditor, it is your responsibility. You are going to disclose yourself how true and fair you have to. You have to investigate the management position as well about their wealth, and you have to investigate how much assets they have with them and where from they comes. Audit risk. The entity has how much the risk. We consider the example of casino. The movement of cash is highly over there. You have to check the audit risk for a company. The order, how much the audit risk you can afford. Accordingly, you have to decide for the accept or reject the audit. Accounting reporting framework acceptable or not? Yes, it will be. It will be needed. Being a qualified auditor, so it's a requirement. The chart of account that you have to do the audit accordingly. Accordingly, IAS, International Accounting Standard, or accordingly IFRS, International Financial Reporting System. Both of and you have to follow and you have to see in the financial statement of the entity. Money laundering regulation, there is no record of the company about the money laundering. When you are suspecting, you have suspicion, as you have doubtful, when you have doubted about the money laundering, then you have to concern with the authorities. Expertise and competencies, you have a CA qualified, you have a prior experience about that one industry, then you will go with the an audit. Credit rating of the client, you have to check the liabilities and the assets of the company. If the liabilities are higher than the asset, then how could they pay your fee? So on this one, you have to check the credit rating of the company and say yes or no for an audit. Communicate with the present auditor. You have to communicate with the previous one auditor who doing the audit and left this job because of some reason. So you have to check why he left this job and why you are important for. Okay, this is the after appointment stages. As we studied, the first stage was the acceptance, accept of an audit. Now we have to look to in the chapter 8. It's a plan for an audit or audit planning. Then you have to understand the entity. Then you have to assess the risk. Then you have to respond to the risk in a way mentioned in the chart. You have to expect effective controls in the company, or it may be you have to expect ineffective controls. In the situation of effective controls, you have to test the controls. And either these tests are satisfactory, you will not to do the restrictive, you are restricted to substantive test. You will not make a substantive test. And when the test of controls are unsatisfactory, then you have to do the full substantive test. We'll check what is the full substantive test. Then you overview the financial statement and write the report to the shareholder. Audit planning. Look toward the definition of audit planning. It's a layout done by an auditor that how he is execute his audit work from start to end. When to start, where to end. So he set the strategy for the audit, overall strategy for the audit. Time management, you can say that included. So plan for an audit. He are preparing a layout for his work of an audit for a company. So this is called audit planning. Objective, or you may say audit objective. What are the audit objective? Audit objective basically on what basis, or you may say how to cover the all. How many resources are required? Or the team is required over there, or one single individual is required over there. So for an entity, or the team is required, in which the senior member, junior members, and middle level members are over there. And you have to follow the accounting practices of IAS and IFRS, and you will finish it on the time. So this will be the audit objective. Cover all with the resources, with the practices of accounting IAS, IFRS, and finish on the time. So this is the audit planning. Third point is the understand entity. Understand the business. How much knowledge you have for the business. You have a good knowledge for the business where you are going for an audit. You have a weak knowledge for the. Once you know you have a good knowledge, it means to say that you are very clear about your plan, or when you are going to set your strategy, and how much time is required, and where are the which area is difficult and which area is so easy for you, because you know about the entity. Okay, there are some bases on which you can understand or you can declare the understanding of an entity. Audit planning is always based on knowledge that auditor has of client business. Audit planning is always based on the knowledge of the auditor has the client business. If the auditor having the knowledge of the client business, then he can plan accordingly. More the auditor visit, more he will understand the business. How many time the auditor visit the business? Number of time or more, then he can understand, or he having the more knowledge of the business of entity, because every year he go for an entity same business for an audit, so he can understand this their different departments are over there, the financial cycles, the hierarchy, the way of counting, auditing. He will come to know each department thoroughly as he is going every year for an audit, so he knows each of the departments thoroughly. He will know internal control of system, and that he can know how is his work easy or difficult. As he know, he got the knowledge of the internal control system of the company, because basis of his own knowledge, so he can judge either the work, where the area the work is difficult taking time and where is easy. If he don't know client knowledge, audit work taken more time because he need basic knowledge for. And the first time when the auditor did not having the knowledge of such industry or such a business, so he need more time to understand the entity. Okay, we look the auditor responsibility over here in addition. Auditor responsibility is similar in the chapter number 1. Auditor planned and performed the audit to obtain reasonable assurance whether the financial statements are free from material misstatement. Auditor is sure true and fair picture of the material or true and fair picture that material is misstated or not are free from the material misstatement. So in our opinion, the financial statement share true and fair view. If he found nothing wrong with the financial statement, the team is not found nothing wrong with the financial statement. So according to their opinion, they clear as true and fair view. So over here, their opinion is the unmodified opinion. They clear a clean or unqualified report for an entity. Here something are added over here. There is no guarantees. Not every error discovered, not certifying accuracy. Auditor do not give the exactly 100% guarantee for the work. Maybe what he is saying is not accordingly. So he assure maximum on the basis of evidences. And it may be he will not every error discovered, maybe every error not in the face he find. So maybe, but he try his best, not certifying accuracy. Similarly, as we the calculation of an auditor may be on the basis of another circumstances and the calculation of a management or maybe an also not certify the accuracy. So according to ISA 300, what is the audit planning? So we discussed earlier, plan audit work if in effective manner. You have to set the journal strategy, detailed approach. Before this, you have accepted the audit. The second is the audit planning. You have to set the journal strategy. You mean to say you have to set the plan, how to have to do, how you have to do. Planning objectives are appropriate attention to the then the objectives of this planning will be appropriate attention to the important areas. Identify potential problems. Appropriate attention to the important areas. Emphasize meta paragraph. You can study it. Identify potential problem. Work completed expeditiously. Proper staffing and work assignment. Coordination with other parties and a facility review. This is the audit planning. Okay. One thing I have to add over in this chart, which I already uh, we studied acceptance of an audit. We studied the plan, the audit. We studied the understanding of entity, and we studying the assessment of the risk. Material misstatement, either material misstatement high or low. According to the situation, the auditor opinion varies. Once he found the material misstatement, then how he have to respond the risk. The first way is expect effective controls. Auditors wants to know that the invoices in the company are prepared well, a lot of information are accordingly, properly supervised, properly managed, dated, signed in a procedural way. The record is over there. So these are the test. The auditor is testing different controls. The invoices are tested, the invoices are supervised, the invoices are signed, properly dated, are accomplished, and you can may say that the data recorded kept very effectively. So these are the all satisfactory. Then don't go to subs with substantive test, and you have to just overall review the financial statement and make your opinion and write a report. And if these are not satisfactory, mean to say that there is a company accounting system setup is not well. A lot of record reconciliation is missing. A lot of people authorize documenting are not authorizing the documents. The invoices are not properly signed. Different reports are not available, are available but without signature or without supervision is over there. So these tests are unsatisfactory. So in this situation, report significant deficiency to those charged with the governance, to the management, and all the weakness to the management. Here you have to, being an auditor, mention a report to the management about the deficiencies of this. So you may say it's ineffective controls. Here you have to test a full substantive test. Full substantive test means to say it's a double test. You are the only one who have to reconcile the cash book on the behalf of the company. You have to the one who have to check the invoices according to the vendors you have. Once you have to compile the data, then you have to check the data is over there but not properly signed. So this is your duty to have to cross check either the invoices are according to vendor, then you have to check according to the point accordingly in the point of audit. So this is called full substantive test. This is a double check. Your duty is two time. One time is you have to prepare for, and one time is you have to check for. And you have to, and the last overview the financial statement and write an audit report. Hope you will be understand. This slide is showing that you may be call for an audit. Your client may be call you for an audit in the middle of the year because shareholder want to know the true and fair operation of the company. So they call you in the mid of the year. So you have or you may be planned for the audit of an entity in the mid of the year. Thank you very much. This is from today.